Fellow Nigerians, how are you people doing in London? Is there any problem? Is there a problem? I'm one of those in the National Assembly. Do you know me? How many do you know on a good day? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's going to happen. We have served London since 2008. We always come here for shows, you know, and you people saw us grow, and you have helped our growth to this point. And I don't think that it is time for us not to be shown love. I will call him back, and he will reintroduce me. And I need you guys to show me what? Love! All right, yeah, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Nigeria, make some noise for a distinguished senator, the Canadian Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator!
Beautiful, beautiful. Hey. Now that's more like it. You know, it's not easy to be coming to London from 2008 up to now, then we don't get love. You know, we're Nigerians. Nigeria is the only country where you go to an ATM machine, you punch your code, it pays you, but you recount the money because you don't touch the machine. It is only in Nigeria that somebody is reversing at a roundabout. He's telling you, go back now, you know they see me, they come, go back, go back. It is actually only in Nigeria that a set of twins are born in 2 different years. Let me explain. There's a Nigerian footballer called Tai Taiwo. He said he's 29 years old, but his twins said they are 42 years old. These are twins, but born in different years. It's only in Nigeria that a nurse will walk into the hospital, you know, and then wake up somebody who is sleeping. Hey, wake up, patient, wake up. The patient wakes up. He says, why you sleep? You don't take your sleeping tablet where I bring for you. Sleep, and then I begin to ask, they sleep when they sleep, and the one where the tablet go make and sleep. Now 2 different sleep. Only in Nigeria that somebody is listening to a radio and then he gets a text message. Then he reduces the volume of the radio just to read the text message. It's only in Nigeria that a governor of a state, Enugu State, was kidnapped. The kidnappers were still respecting him as an excellency. They say, Excellency, it can only happen where? Yes. I'm proud to announce to you that I'm now a British citizen. Yes. I got my passport end of last year because my president is a British citizen. He's based here now. So I'm automatically a British citizen in Nigeria. Yes. You know, when he was voted, I discovered that His Excellency started reminding Nigerians of things of the past. His Excellency will be making a speech. He went to Germany and called Germany West Germany. You know, West Germany of those days. He came back to Nigeria, he was calling Adamawa State, Gongola State. My fear now is that one day His Excellency will wake up in the morning and say, I, Dr. Ebele, good luck, Jonathan. He will forget that he's the current president. But you know, Aboki is an Aboki anytime, any day. I tell people, I said, the northerner is quite different from the regular Nigerian. Whatever he believes is what he believes. I was in my house in Lagos and my Aboki, that's what we call the Begats, you know, like the security that guards the place, was washing my car and he was singing a song. While he was washing, he was singing a song. And I heard the song. This song belonged to Korode Bello. I said, no. If Aboki begin this sing Korode Bello song, then there's a problem. That means one day they'll come and rob me here. You understand? He was singing, you know the song by Korode Bello that goes, God will, you know, that song. So I walked up to him and said, Musa, who they sing that song? He said, Wallahi, Ogana, me they sing the song. I said, who teach you the song? He said, Oga, once in a while I hear them for radio. I said, I sing the song. He said, Oga, he doesn't make me the shame, Oga. I said, sing the song. He said, Wallahi, Oga, because of me, I want to sing this song. But I said, sing the song. You see, as I don't get a lot, no be me. I say, if not be you, who get the account? If not be you, who can't get the account? That's an Aboki for you anytime, any day. But you know, the Igbos also have their uniqueness. Are there Igbos in the house? Ibogono. My sister, I don't even need to raise your hand. From your complexion, I know. They are the Igbos. Now then they yellow like this, come get here for chest women. They come get yam leg, yam leg. You know the Igbos, you guys are very unique. Very, very unique. I was in the bank the other day, you know, in a line, we were trying to make some payment. Then there was this girl who was standing there, and I walked up to her and said, my sister, please, you know, the line is too tight here. Can you move back a little bit? The Igbo girl said, no, I've been moving back. I can't go back than this. I said, not really back than this, now Barcelona. The Igbos, you know, we're a very unique set of people. No matter where the Igbo man is, an Igbo man will be at the Buckingham Palace. You call him and say, bros, where you there? He said, nah, not I had. At the Queen's Palace. You know, and then if he did Westfield, you know where Westfield is, you know, that Stratford area, at that mall. You said, but where you there? He said, no, I showed you, I'm not showing you. That's how unique the Igbo man is. You know, but whether you like it or not, the Igbos are always very valuable. Where the Yoruba people? And you know, there's something about Igbos. Let me say this. We traveled to America some years back. America, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is a real life. Real life. We got to America and then I didn't have my ID card. Neither did I have my passport with me. I am Primo, the musician that sang Arambe. You know, so while we were there trying to enter into the club, the bouncer said, hello, where's your ID? I just said, Bia fit stand as ID. Am I not old enough to show that I'm not 18? I said, I don't have my ID. He said that you have to move back. Already, Brian will not even get to what I get. So if I'm moving back, that means he should move forward, you know, back at this. So two of us come stand by the side. We're there, we couldn't get into the club. All of a sudden, one Igbo guy, you know these Igbo guys that like to impress. The guy just came out from his toy car. You know, so when he was just bouncing, you know, Igbo guys, you know, as an Igbo guy, when you walk out small, you go do it. As an Igbo guy, when you walk out small, you go do it. Man. You know, most of these Igbo guys back home, their friends and they start from here. If you beg them money, they will just collect the money from back pocket. You know, so the guy walked up to us and I said, he said, hey, I know this guy. I said, who is that? He said, oh, this guy you are standing with. I said, who is that? He said, is it not Primo? I said, yes, this is Primo. He said, you said your friend look very familiar. Are you not a comedian? I said, yes. He said, nah, what the fuck up, bro? Charlie, see, as I go take past my superstars. These are my superstars from Africa. If Jay-Z come here, can you do this to Jay-Z? Can you do this to Beyonce? Nah, shit. Joy, Shabba, come here. You can say these guys. He said, yes. If you are here and the Snoop Doggy Dogg enter here, can you set him? The guy said, no, they don't have your ID. He said, now you are going to allow them to go inside. The pastor said, no, my boss gave the instruction. So, and if you see this guy when they talk, the bouncer when they talk, in first chest they like this one, the second chest they like this one. And so he just got waiting the warrior Sajat. Not your Sajat do this one. Okay, now you boy. You get visa? All right. Now I continue before I do something wrong. You know, the chest big like this. So the guy said, it was my boss who asked me to do that. He said, go and call your boss. Go and call him. Hey, can you do this to Snoop Doggy Dogg? Can you do this to Jay-Z? Can you do this to 50 Cent? Now go inside the shit. Now he walked up to us and said to us, in this America, you have to open your eye for them. I think I'm not you must show say you know your light. You know your light for this America. Don't let them intimidate you. So while he was advising us, the guy went to bring his boss. Now I said to you earlier on that the guy that we met, his chest was, you know, like this too. Now his boss, one of his chests they like this was Sajat. The other one they like the other. And then the guy talked well. So in that day, they talked to us. Don't let them take advantage of you. This is America. Eh? You must know your light. So as they talk, like the other boss, I can say, my boss is here, man. You speak to my boss. Right from there, he said, go and call your motherfucking boss. You cannot shift Americans, the African superstars out. Shit! As in the talk, the guy when he sent, they decide. Then the boss did directly like this. They go use eye, trace the guy from ground. Look and reach up. God discover say he head, then the guy belt. So now even they see who the guy must be. Now the guy said, what's the problem, bro? He look up, come see the chest, the white chest. Now he turn back to us. Say now, for this America, I ain't the guy. Even Obama come here and I must present the card before I enter this place. Now we look and say, shit! You know, now so they go. You know, that's the man who took us, you know, like his younger ones, gave us all that training. You know, I've been talking about 2008, having my first trip to London. That's the man. A round of applause for Julius, the genius. Bros, you know what you teach us now? You teach us not to lie. Teach us when they talk the truth. There are certain truths I'm going to talk about our trips. Look at all. Alright, this is how we do it in the National Assembly. All those who are in support of me to say the truth, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. There's no nay. Hey, who they shot me? The ayes have it. Victoria. Yama, you see the ad film? Did they add those days well? Those days, I mean? See the ad? Cartoon. Okay, this guy the art pieces those days, oh. Hey! Our superstar. She see the ad?
Yes! Talking down!
Who be these people when they point so you still? Where you are done the art this art? Alright, back to what I was trying to say. Well, our first trip to America, this man took us to our first trip to America. When we got to America, he said to us, this is America. You know, we call the book America. He said, but America is never complete if you don't do one thing. He said, wait a minute. He said, visit the strip club. Madam, now before, now, you don't tell who go to America. His wife is here, Madam, now before. When we were in the war. But we're out of the war now. Yes, I'm a whistleblower, so I have to blow out the whistle. Tonight. So, when we got to the strip club, the first one, now Asians they did. You know, you African women are highly blessed. It's an African woman that will entertain you for like 5 minutes while she's passing. She didn't move for front. What did she carry for back? Never finished. You're still in chest. You're still looking at how she's going. She figured out that junction, but the thing never still finished. You people are blessed, and that's why we love you girls. You know, Asians, they move, they like wallet. You understand what I'm trying to say? They're not blessed. They're not blessed like the African women. You understand? So we went to the first strip club. There were Asians there. They were not interested. They had nothing to offer. We reached there. They look around, nothing. Meanwhile, the guy who hosts this show, Funny Bone, he never seen naked woman before. So he told us, said, no, you know, he said, no, let's go to where we have, you know, our kind of people. Okay, I know you know what you're talking about. You don't to go club, hair no they grow for your head again. So we now walked into the second strip club. My brother, lo and behold, the things we were talking about. Now they available go that evil man. One day I gotta go now, they available go here also. So we now got into the second strip club. If you see load where these guys are carrying, if you drop pop, it go hang. Meanwhile, he come meet us constantly for strip club. When he reach there, as they dance, they put the... Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Not the dodge your head. Can see the nod. Meanwhile, he be digging for redeem. Alright, back to what I was trying to say. Now, you know, those guys will be BTC. Now, I tell us, see, you just sticking the money into, you know, sticking everywhere. Sticking. Okay, I'm giving you scope now. Not that after this, you are going to try it. I know you. You know? So now we say, no problem. He gave me $50, $1, $50. Can't give for the book, $1, $50. Because then that's what we're going to do. Then he left. Where he went to, I do not know. Madam, don't try to ask me where he went to. So eventually, now I tell Funny Boy, say, guy, me I go spray my own $50. Any girl we go now, go follow. Funny say, I know say Funny Boy this time I said, another girl. I will give my own $50. Because I don't know the next time I will see money. I said, no problem. The first girl was passing. She stopped by me. She said to me, hello, sweetie. I said, hello. He said, what's your plan for tonight? I said, I'm planless. I'm highly planless. She said, okay, let's go. I just moved. All of a sudden, when I finish my own, when I come back, for Funny Boy, we say no, we spend 10 kobo. I don't go see Funny Boy again. I go to look, I go to say, whether this boy don't know inside this club. All of a sudden, and as I see the $1 which you give us, you think they fly from air for somewhere. As I see the thing they fly, all of a sudden I see somebody just run come out, come in and say, oh no, I beg borrow me $20. You and a person will say, no go. That same trip, okay, another thing happened. Because we did not get paid at that time because he said he lost his card. Okay, did you lose your card? So, in no pay us, I can't say, no, this trip cannot just go like that. So every hotel when I sleep, I thief their towel. Don't send anybody, call me whatever you wish. At least I did not steal the government's money and stole property that belongs to me. So, at that one hotel, I see their first towel, I said, wow, this is beautiful, tough white. Then I thief the towel, put it in my bag. So when they go out, I come there for the boss, say, guy, I thief their towel. You know they fear you. But they don't deport you. As at least I will be the first person they will deport because of towel. That's second hotel will go lodge. I take the towel. And that time I got report to Julius. Say, bros, this guy they thief towel for hotel. In case anything happen, camera and everywhere. This guy they thief towel. And Julius confess. And you know as soon as they do, Julius goes, he didn't thief that towel. For this place. So, I just keep quiet and not talking. The third hotel over there, if you see their tower, he beats all the hotel over there. I do what I thief the tower. I said, everything we don't have to make it happen. So, I want to check out again for the because don't tell me say thief tower. I said, when they see the tower, before they go see the thing, go say, oh, this tower fine. Hey! So they go out. And she was saying, what's that? Not if another towel. And Funny was saying, he thief their towel. She said, I don't want to make another thief towel. Now open the towel. If you see this towel, you will think a Holy Ghost. They use a mouth. I can't show you. I said, bro, see the towel now. He's fine now. She was coming and I said, don't thief come for me. But that's not the end of the story. So Funny Boy now learned how to thief towel from that American trip. He can't go try for Nigeria. For one hotel for zone 6. Funny thief their first towel. Another time when travel to Abuja, he thief their second towel. The third time thief their night come and say, oh man, you don't teach me something. I thief this Abuja hotel towel 3 times. And they go there next week again. When I did that, I could take their towel again. I said, that's what they do now. Your towel go just the multiple they go. No need to spend money. I see go back outside the 4th time to go lodge. He reach his room, no towel. I call the reception. Hello, reception. There's no towel in this room. And they say, you didn't come with any of our towels. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the evening.